Welcome to the NASA Heliophysics Community of Practice. Many Americans belong to a community of practice in one form or another. A community of practice is a group of professionals who come together to support each other by sharing resources and best practices on a shared interest. This community began in January 2013 by bringing a core group of 12 middle and high school teachers together from across the country that had participated in ongoing NASA educator professional development programs funded by several NASA heliophysics missions. The goal was to create an active, collaborative community of educators, NASA scientists, and educational professionals to provide support and resources for teaching STEM concepts through sun-earth connections in meaningful and effective ways. A coordinating group of NASA Science Mission Directorate Education and Communications professionals work to support the community members. Our teachers are our community. Members meet online monthly to discuss sun science topics determined by community interest and feedback. Monthly meetings are also a chance for our community to reconnect. The online meeting happens live using a cloud streaming program called Zoom that allows all participants to be seen and heard in real time. Topic presenters and community members use these meetings to share their experience and expertise during the meetings.
I'm Wendy Esch. I'm from Shawano, Wisconsin. I teach astronomy and geology to juniors and seniors and physical science to ninth graders in high school. Shawano High School is the school that I teach at. I'm interested, I have a bachelor's degree in geology and geophysics from UW-Madison, and then a teaching degree from Madison as well. I've been teaching for 23 years, physical science, geology, and astronomy, and I enjoy it very much. Being part of the COP has really enhanced my teaching in a way where my students are able to use real data. That goes back to the Themis mission, but now we can tie that real data of the Earth's magnetic field into using HelioViewer and the heliophysics behind it. I guess I wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for being a part of this.
We're just going to ask you to give us a little introduction of yourself, and please remember to include your location, your school, and your grade in subjects that you teach.
Okay. Hi, I'm Chris DeWolf. I teach at Chippewa Hills High School in Remus, Michigan. Subjects I teach include Earth and Space Science, Astronomy, Biology, AP Biology, Oceanography, and Astronomy. I also teach during the summer astronomy and archery at a boys' science camp in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania.
So how long have you been a part of the NASA community of practice for heliophysics?
I've been with the community of practice for about a year and a half, I believe. Probably got involved because I've been part of a number of different professional development opportunities that started way back with teacher leaders for research-based science education out of Kitt Peak in Arizona. And then got involved with the Themis program, part of the EPO through UC Berkeley, and did some things with Spitzer and Maven Educator Ambassadors most recently, and joined up with the community of practice after that.
What are some of your major motivations for joining the COP?
I really enjoy getting with other people from across the country and learning more about what they do with their students. The same issues that we face in rural Michigan, everybody faces out there. So, we're not alone in our struggles to get the best STEM education out there for our students. And everybody has different experiences and backgrounds. So it's a very rich, diverse community, and it benefits everybody who's involved because of that richness.
Each meeting includes opportunities for teachers to share about resources they have found valuable in teaching, including developing and communicating about other engagement opportunities for community members to participate in. Wigio is our site host where our teachers and presenters can continue to share and discuss between online meetings. Resources shared in the community are archived here for members to access. All meetings are recorded and archived on our YouTube channel. If teachers miss a meeting, they can go to our YouTube channel and view any of the monthly Community of Practice meetings at their leisure.
Hi, my name is Dr. Claire Raftery, and I am a solar physicist at the Space Sciences Lab at UC Berkeley. I've been here for about 5 years, and before I got here, I was a graduate student at Trinity College in Dublin, which is in Ireland, where I grew up. So this has been a really interesting experience for me, not being familiar with the American education system. I work on research that is relating solar flares to coronal mass ejections, which are the really big solar storms that erupt from the sun and sometimes can even affect us here at the Earth. I presented to the community of practice early on in the project, and I started with an overview of solar storms and how they're formed, what makes them, how they affect the Earth, why we should really care about them. And it seemed like it was well received by the teachers. It's great to be able to inspire people right then and there with the things that I probably take for granted on a daily basis. And it's even better knowing that that information and that inspiration gets passed on to all these students all over the country. I think it's a great way to reach people, and because I can do it from the comfort of my own desk, it's not time consuming. It doesn't take much out of my month. It's an hour and a half per month to a meeting or to log into the WGO every now and then and have a read of the comments and answer some of the questions. And I have even started sharing some of the solar events that are happening on a daily basis, or I've even started sharing some of the solar events that we see coming in, the large solar storms or some of the nice auroral images on the WGO space. And of course, everybody is really enthusiastic and is always delighted to see this. It's really inspiring to be a part of this program.
I am Victor Troutman. I've been teaching science for 41 years. I started for 16 years in North Dakota. This is 25 years here in Petersburg, Alaska, where I teach the physics, the chemistry, the physical science. I have a human anatomy and physiology class. I also teach a geology surveying class. I have taught biology here. As a small school, you teach every science eventually that ever comes around. So that's kind of my background. I catch all about every type of science there is. I have taught it someplace, and even throw in a few math classes. This is great. I'm old. And I tell my kids, I'm old. I've been teaching a long time. And if you don't renew things, you get stale. For me, the community of practice is a way that I can find things and ideas and concepts and experiments and ways of enriching my program so I don't get old and stale as far as a classroom teacher. One I can still remember, I can't even remember who presented it, but it showed a path of a satellite as a figure 8. And that I jumped right onto because it was last year when I was teaching physics. And I explained, how can a satellite orbit be a figure 8? Because we were just basically dealing with relativity. It was just sweet that it fit right in there. Another one that I'm going to use for next year's physics is there is this module, and again, I have to look up at my notes. There is this module that you're able to build a photocell recharging station in a suitcase to be shipped to a third world country so that they can use it in their hospital for light and teach it to a physics class as electricity. I think that's just a wonderful, that couple of those got me really fired up.
Hi, I'm Lynn Powers. I live in Bozeman, Montana, and I work at the Bridger Alternative Library at Bozeman High School. I am an informal educator. I don't work in the classroom. I work with the students there. I am the president of the Southwest Montana Astronomical Society, as well as the high school astronomy club advisor. I currently am not in the classroom. I'm an informal educator. I do teach classes in Yellowstone National Park on the dark skies of Lamar, as well as little classes around town, weekend workshops, activities for the kids here. But As an informal educator, I am able to work with people at the different outreach programs that we do. We go into Yellowstone National Park, we go up to Glacier National Park, and we're out at Theodore Roosevelt, and we do a lot of public outreach. So it's different where the teachers are able to spend weeks with the students. I have sometimes just a couple of seconds, 15 seconds while they're looking through the eyepiece. We do night sky observing as well as solar, and usually when we're doing the solar observing, we also have a table out that has activities to explain to the kids, to our guests, some things, some phenomenon with the sun, like scale model and things like that. Things that I've learned here from the community of practice. Why should a new teacher join our group? Oh, because we're so much fun. And there's a whole lot of stuff that's going on. There's so much science out there. There's so much to learn. And to be able to have that base, this group of people, the scientists, all the activities right there at your fingertips, the resources that have been given to us is just phenomenal. If you want to grow in your field, this is a great way of doing it.
The NASA Heliophysics and Space Science Community of Practice is a great opportunity to access the most cutting-edge NASA science missions and scientists, innovative resources for teaching Sun-Earth connections, as well as interact with some of the country's most creative, passionate, and talented educators from across the nation as your own peer supports. For more information or to join the NASA Heliophysics Space Science Community of Practice, please contact us at anelsmd@gmail.com. My hair sticking up. I'm really small. I can't see. My ex-boyfriends might see this.
My name is Dr. Claire Raftery. I'm a research scientist at UC Berkeley's Space Science Lab. And, sorry, let me start over. Exciting solar physics stuff.
I am recording now. When I did my interview with Rachel, we went through the whole thing. It was a great interview, and I hadn't recorded 1 second of it.